Women's Steeplechase here at the Portland Track Festival. The second championship event contested this year in 2024. So as I said, the meet record is held by Courtney Frerichs, 9:21.13. The defending champ in 2023, Colleen Quigley, ran 9:32.48, and she is on the line today. Paru Chaudhary, the Indian national record holder, has run 9:15. She is a 5-time national champion, and she's also the national record holder in the 5K and 3K. She is in here as well. Marissa Howard in this race, 9:22 athlete. Kaylee DeLay of the Brooks Beasts, also a 9:22 athlete. Allie Ostrander, Team USA World Championships competitor. Alicia Butterworth, the Canadian Olympian in the field. And it is a stellar lineup here in the championship women's steeplechase. Also numbers to keep in mind, 9:41, as we said, to make it into the Olympic trials. And there's the whistle. .923 is the Olympic standard here. And the Portland Track Festival record, 9:21, held by none other than American record holder Courtney Frerichs, World Championship silver medalist. So at this point, 9 Americans have the Olympic standard, but Emma Coburn was injured earlier this year and is out. Marissa Howard in this race has it, and 4 other Americans who have it will be running in either the 1,500 meters or 5,000 meters tomorrow evening. And taking the early lead, this is Emma G out front. So Emma G putting together a great string of races already this season having good performances at the Track Fest in LA. And Kaylee DeLay moving to the lead on the outside, the Brooks Beast from Seattle. And while at Yale, she was the runner-up, the NCAA Championship Steeplechase. Pamela Kosgei in second place. Kosgei will run for New Mexico. That's Marissa Howard on the outside, wearing the Track Smith singlet with the stripe. And she's in third position. And the Indian national record holder, Paru Chaudhary, on the inside behind Marissa Howard, and Allie Ostrander on the outside. So a very good crew at the top as Kosgei pushes to the lead.
Colleen Quigley yesterday in the presser referenced last year's race where she was challenged only by the pace lights, knowing tonight was going to be a much taller task ahead of her. She's sitting towards the back of that field, but we can tell this is a very honest early pace as this very deep and accomplished field of women's steeplechasers is stretched about 50 meters long at this point.
And the flash bulbs snap around the steeple pit. Kosgei at the front, Kaylee DeLay. Kaylee DeLay enjoying her first year with the Brooks Beasts here. That team up from Seattle, becoming one of the top teams in the world over their history. 10 years as a branded team, and built a lot of equity into that singlet with the performances that they've been able to achieve. And delay at the front. So 79 with the barrier. Kosgei, Marissa Howard, that top three has not changed, but on the inside, Chaudhary, the Indian national record holder, having some great performances earlier this year, running 15:10 for the 5,000 meters. So she has strength there. Delay also running very well earlier this year, running 15:03 indoors in the 5,000 meters. And Allie Ostrander now moving into fourth position as well. Ostrander 9:32 earlier this year. And a little bit of jostling at the front as Delay still holds it, but Kosgei making her presence known. And Delay with that, driving the pace down, 76 with the pit on that lap. So showing her strength here in the electric forest. Kaylee Delay meaning business coming down from Seattle and trying to take this win for the Beasts, because we do keep team scores here at the Portland Track Festival, and she wants to add her name and her team to the all-time list. There has never been a Brooks Beast that has won the steeplechase here at the Portland Track Festival. As storied a program and the wins as they've had, she would be the first.
We have a tight contest here for first and second, as Pamela Kosgei inches ahead of Kaylee Delay. Both athletes very much running with intention right now, knowing that the Olympic standard is within their grasps. Marissa Howard sitting there in third, letting the two out in front fight with one another, conserving energy, clearly covering every barrier.
And Kosgei squeezing the rail now as she moves into first. Delay in second. And Marissa Howard still in third position. She's been there, but now she moves by. She moves by Delay first and pulls even with Kosgei. Kosgei does not want to let her take the lead and is fighting her off, holding that rail position. As this jostling is a tough thing to do over barriers, let alone on the flat races.
Allie Ostrander back up in the mix, sitting in third.
And keep your eye on Chaudhary too, who's moved into fourth. She's got 9:15 chops, and she knows what it means to win championship races. 5-time national champion.
No one athlete is out of this competition yet.
So it is Kosgei and Marissa Howard up front.
Kosgei does not want to relinquish this lead.
Kosgei, Howard, Ostrander, and Chaudhary. Marissa Howard has won this race in 2019, running for Idaho afoot. So she is a previous champion here, and she would like to do it again. But Ostrander now to the front. Ostrander knows this meet well, but has never taken a victory in the steeplechase here. She's pulled even with Kosgei, who has managed to hold that rail position over these last few laps.
Allie is an efficient hurdler. You can see her gaining meters over every barrier.
Yeah, Allie, a very good technical runner too. She's a trail athlete. She knows what it's like to be able to maneuver around not only steeples or steeple barriers, but rocks and hills and all of those things. So she tries to take the lead again, but Kosgei holds her off. And Kosgei holding the wire right now. As you hear the bell, and they make their way into the final lap. It is Kosgei and Ostrander on the outside. Kosgei pushing Ostrander wide.
Anything quicker on this lap, and they are inching towards that Olympic qualifying time. Kosgei and Ostrander, neck and neck.
Ostrander tries to make a move again for the front. Kosgei holds it, pushes her out. So lots of efforts being made. Surges here as they clear the barrier together. And they're too wide. Kosgei still holding Ostrander out.
It does not get much closer than this, ladies and gentlemen. Kosgei and Ostrander with only the final barrier now between them and the finish line.
They're over the final barrier together.
This is what we love to see.
And Ostrander
Here goes Ola.
finally, with a bid, takes the lead. And she's clear of Kosgei as she approaches the final barrier. She's tried numerous times to take it, and the final one worked. And she's driving with everything she has to the tape. This would be her first Portland Track Festival Championship win. And she does it, raises her hands, 9:25 on the clock. And she has marked herself 9:24.7 unofficially. She has marked herself as somebody to look for to make that Olympic team this year in Eugene. Pamela Kosgei, a great PR for her, 9:28, and some strong racing from her part to hold the inside as long as she did. Chudhari, 9:31 for third place. Howard, 9:34. Kaylee DeLay, 9:38, comes in for fifth. As athletes pour across the finish line here. That was a race, Will.
That was a race, and we are going to see a shuffling of that descending order list in the U.S. after these heats of the steeplechase, Jeff. Some people just moved up, some people got pushed out, but that is why we run these races. What an exciting evening of steeplechase racing.
Allie Ostrander takes her first win in the Portland Track Festival